Well, hello and welcome to a new video. We are going to take a look at the performance of the RX 6900 XT in Monster Hunter Wilds, the benchmark, which has just been released, and we're gonna test this at 4040p with the ultra settings preset, without any ray tracing though. So let's go ahead and find out how well this is going to run on this GPU. And if you have already tested this benchmark, you probably have seen that, yeah, it's a very memory intensive because I actually do have quite a lot of GPUs and laptops here, and the 4 GB version is already struggling with 1080p at medium settings, while the 6 GB variants are already struggling with the high settings there, and at 1440p they are struggling as well. And if you're going to activate ray tracing, the benchmark is probably going to crash on these cards. But the 16 and 12 GB cards are mostly fine, but you can see here that we are already using 13 GB of video card memory in this benchmark here. So yeah, it's going to be a very intensive benchmark, especially for low VRAM cards, which are going to struggle due to the fact that they are running out of available VRAM for this game. So yeah, if this benchmark is any indication how well this game is going to run, I would say you definitely want to look at these 16 GB cards if you're gonna play this at 4040p. But yeah, it's definitely running pretty fine on the 6900 XT so far, even though it's definitely going to drop in the later stages of this benchmark. So this desert area map here seems to be pretty unintensive or lightweight as compared to the later stages of the benchmark, which we can see, because right now we're mostly at around the 80s and jumping to the hundreds even at more than once, or at more than one point of this video. But I've already seen that once you go to other areas, or once the benchmark goes to other areas, it's going to drop drastically. So yeah, let's go ahead and find out if that actually is the case for this benchmark without any ray tracing applied as well, because I haven't tested that yet so far. We're still seeing pretty stable FPS, but I think in the next few seconds the FPS should drop down. Yeah, and we're dropping into the 60s even, the 50s. So this is definitely not optimal. And yeah, I think this is basically the most intensive part here when we're dropping down now and looking at the vegetation as well as the animals. But we're at least still above the 50 FPS here, so I guess that should still be absolutely fine to play. Even though I really don't know if you actually had an area like this and now would see some action as well, you maybe not see the same kind of performance any longer. And you may be able to hear my RX 6900 XT a little bit, because it is the Red Devil Ultimate, so an air-cooled card. All right, but I would have to say it's definitely a pretty playable experience here at 4040p. So the 6900 XT should definitely run this game without a problem. I don't think that was ever in doubt, but at least at the ultra settings, a lot of the games probably won't be as easy to run as this one. Even though you have to say, obviously, that we are using with the ultra settings preset that is natively using the upscaling modes here, which is in this case FSR, I think 3.1 with the quality settings preset, but obviously that means that we are not seeing native 4040p resolution here. All right. But yeah, you can see definitely very much a playable experience which is available on this card.